Hey Titans, welcome to another episode of the Titan Business Builders podcast. And in today's episode, it's just me, your host, Stefano Vreze, Titan Master and founder of Titanology. And I want to welcome you to this episode because today I want to talk about something that I have always been thinking about, especially these last couple of days. Because today I want to talk about something. Because there's a lot of people that I talk to these last couple of days, a lot of entrepreneurs, and coming to the end of the year, everybody is thinking about how they can really increase their sales. It's like a last push. The holidays are coming. Everybody wants to really take advantage of this time. And the thing is that I see a lot of things happening. A lot of content is being created around all this topic. Uh, everything, everybody says different things, right? And for me, it's sometimes difficult to see through all of the noise, through all of the things that people are putting out there. And I really want to make it simple, right? I'm a simple guy. I've been building businesses since 2003, a serial entrepreneur by heart, and I love building things. And every time that I build things, they use the same core principles, right? And also since the pandemic hit and I had to transition into again a new different area, a different direction, that I was building a marketing agency, for example, and then I transitioned into coaching. And now I do all of this, Titanology, building a community, building a business, building really a coaching business also where I can help people like you that are trying to build and grow their business in the space where you're at, like for especially for LGBTQ plus business owners. So, but I'm a simple guy, like I said, and I want to keep things simple uh, because once you make it complicated, you are actually procrastinating on the fundamentals. And I have to be careful as well because I like to build new things. I like new things, so like the shiny object syndrome is not uncommon to me, and I can go really deep into a new thing and learn all about it and watch a lot of videos, watch a lot of books, but in the end it doesn't help my business because these new things are not fundamentals, are not the things that you really need to create an impact in your business. So what I want to share with you are some things that are really practical. They are not the most complex things. They are not the newest of the newest things, but they are three core levers, like I say, Titan levers that you can pull to create an impact in your business. And this is what I have done now the last couple of months now when I was starting out with Titanology, because I do not want to pour my money yet into Facebook ads. I really want to grow organically in the first place. And these three levers that I'm going to talk about are the ones that have created the biggest impact for Titanology for me and also for the students that are in the Titan Hustler Academy, where we teach LGBTQ plus business owners how to increase, how to start their business, how to increase the impact, how to grow their business with simple things. I mean, all the information is out there as well, right? If you want to know about marketing, about sales, about anything, you just look on YouTube and you will find the information. So also within Titanology, it's not so much about new information, but it's about the guidance. It's about having somebody that can keep you accountable. It's about, yeah, really having somebody alongside you that can help you through it, right? Because people, like anybody from the outside looking into your business, has always a different perspective than you would have for yourself. And that's always a great way to gain new insights and to see exactly what is happening or what kind of problems that you have. Anyway, so in this episode, I really want to talk about the three things that we do on a daily basis to improve our impact, to improve our sales, improve our business as a whole. And again, fundamentals. Think about that. And having a strategy around it, around business growth, is fine. And you can make a strategy very complex and long winded, and it can be a 5 year strategy or even a 1 year strategy or even a monthly strategy that you are implementing. But I want to make sure that you're not spending too much time on writing out a strategy while you could be just doing the simple things first of all. And I get it. I mean, I don't like to do boring stuff, right? Because we are creative people, and we love creating content, for example, and we love trying out new things. But again, in the end, we need to do the fundamentals. We need to do the boring stuff first of all. And what is the boring stuff? Is the things that we need to do day in, day out, every single day. So it becomes a habit. So we don't even have to think about it anymore to do it because we know it will create an impact in our business. So the strategy, fine. If you have it, okay, just put it down somewhere, but then really spend on implementing what you have thought about and don't make it complex. All right. So I'm getting through my notes here a little bit. Um, yeah, I also like saying that you shouldn't get stuck in all the noise, all the shiny objects out there. I mean, I know there's Instagram, there's TikTok now as well. You can go to Twitter, you can go to Facebook, but what do you do, right? Now, whatever you do on those platforms, it's actually the same every time. It's the same. And I'll explain to you in a minute what I mean by that. And yeah, I mean, you don't need to listen to me as well. Um, I'm not going to tell you, like, do this exactly and this will happen. I'm just here to guide you through the whole process of building a business. I'm here to be your guide. And by no means I'm an expert in everything. But what I'm going to tell you, the three things that we do on a daily basis, I know, I've seen it time and time again. This creates a big impact in your business. And it's simpler than you think. So I'm going to show this on screen here, but I'll talk you through it as well if you're not viewing this video. First of all, I'm going to share my screen here. So I call it the three Titan levers that you can pull to create a big impact, right? And like I said, nothing groundbreaking, nothing really complex here, just normal stuff, normal basic stuff, the foundations. And first thing that you need to do right now, if you want, like, the next 30 days, it's the end of the year, it's, you have December, tomorrow it's December, so you have 31 days to really close out the year on a good note, right? So what do you do from now on every single day? Well, first of all, you need to have your offer dialed in. And if I say your offer dialed in, it's not so much about, okay, I am, for example, I am building websites, right? And okay, so if I talk to somebody and they want to work with me, I just say how much it costs and that's it. That's not, I mean, that's an offer, but that's not good enough, right? So, first thing we do is we look at our offer, our current offer, right? That's the first one. And we make sure that our offer is so good that people really feel stupid almost. Hey, Harris, glad you're here. So build an offer, create your offer. So people, if they hear it, they will feel stupid to say no to your offer. And this really has hit me once I learned this principle, but it's true. I mean, if you're talking to somebody and you're offering your services, just telling somebody that you will create a beautiful website for them is not enough. Because in most cases, those people that you talk to do not know you yet, or do not trust you, especially the trust is not there yet. So you have to present an offer that is so good that takes away all the risk as well. So people feel like, okay, even if I do this, even if I put my money into this, there is actually not big of a risk because the offer contains elements, guarantees that will make sure that if the person that is selling this to me doesn't deliver, I get my money back, for example, right? That's one of the things that you can do. So really, and let's call it a Titan offer just to stay in the Titanology sphere here, but a Titan offer. So let's go into that more deeply in a minute. The second thing that you do is your daily tasks. And the daily tasks that you need to do to create an impact is just simple conversational marketing. Yeah, that's the thing. Uh, when I was looking through all the different types of marketing that are out there, and there are a lot, and when I was thinking what we were doing on a daily basis to create an impact in terms of marketing, you have content marketing for sure. But content marketing, for me personally, I feel like that is something you put out there and you hope that people resonate with that and they raise their hands, and then you can follow up with those people, right? Hey, Robert, welcome to the live. um, so, but content marketing is good for a long term, again, to show your authority, your expertise, and so on. But right now, to create an impact, right this moment, tomorrow, the next day, the next 30 days, you have to do conversational marketing. And that's a fancy word for saying you have to do outreach every single day. You have to get into people's DMs, right? Every single day. And I will create here my best drawing skills to show that you just have to reach out to people, and not only people that you already know, right, but also a group of people that you do not know yet. And how do you do that? Well, you just go befriend people on social media. You follow people on Instagram, you create friendships on Facebook, you follow people on Twitter, you just reach out to people and you engage with their content a little bit, but not too much. So don't spend an hour on just engaging. The real difference that you can make here is going into the DMs of people, right? It's like cold calling, but in today's world, it's like cold DMing, right? So doing that on a daily basis will create more opportunities than you will ever have. Why? Because you create conversations. And remember, it's about in the whole sales process, it's about creating your lead indicators, right? You have your lead indicators. So look at it like a funnel as well. If you want to have like two sales, right? How much conversations you need for that, right? Maybe you need, no, how much phone calls, sorry, how much calls you need for that? Maybe you need 10 calls, right? Okay, and from those 10 calls, you close maybe two, okay? And then from to get 10 calls, you need what? You need maybe 50 conversations. I'm just putting something out there, right? So again, this is like a sales process, simple, pretty simple. So you need at least 50 conversations to get to those 10 calls to get maybe two sales. So if you know that, if you calculate that a little bit, and it's simple math, which means that on a daily basis, how much people do you need to reach out to get to those calls? So I would say on average, 5 to 10 people per day. You need to create conversations with 5 to 10 people. And that could be five new people, but that could also be five new people plus five people you already reached out to. Pretty simple, right? This is again not complex stuff here. No big huge funnels you need to build. No, just go into Instagram, search the hashtag that connects to your ideal audience, and follow these people, get into their DMs, engage with their stories, engage with their content. Facebook, the same thing, start conversations. And I know what you would say, like, yeah, but what if they don't reply to me? Then keep following up, right? People are busy. So that's the second thing. Then the third thing, of course, is once you get people on the phone, once you get people on the phone, then it's really about trying to get the dollars, right? Trying to get the sales. Now, there's a lot to say about sales and about sales calls. The thing that we need to remember if we want to make it easy on ourselves is not wanting the sale, first of all. So, not really pushing to get the sale, because this will throw people off. What I have learned in these couple of years, and especially last couple of months, where I was also sales manager for another company, where I did a lot of sales, and even sales that were closed in one call, which was about 25K of a coaching program. Um, it's all about coaching people on the call. So this is what we need to remember is if we get into a sales call, that's why sometimes we call it a discovery call or a strategy call, which means that we want to figure out what is the strategy to help these people, or a discovery call to discover what problems do they have. And again, this sounds simple, but most of the times we start by making it simple, and then we got our first couple of sales, but then we start to complicate things. We think like, okay, now we just need to say to them, okay, this is our offer. It has sold already a couple of times. So here you go. This is the offer, and you will probably like it. So just buy it. No. So we need to coach people on the sales call as well, asking questions constantly until we get to the bottom of things. That's what we need to do. And that's hugely important, right? So figuring out what people really want on the sales call. Easy, right? And once we get their permission to share what we think could be a solution for them, then we get into really the sales of the things. Then we can talk about what we have to offer. But we shouldn't do that before we get that permission, before we know exactly if we're talking to somebody like, yeah, they're having this kind of an issue, like their site is already like shit for a long time, and they have tried many agencies before, or they have tried freelancers or internal people, and every time their website breaks, they don't have the amount of visitors that they want. So you can really pinpoint like, okay, but if you're already struggling with it so long, then it means that there's something, you're not doing something that you should be doing, or the people that have helped you weren't up to, they didn't really know what to do, or they fixed the wrong problems, for example, as well. So make sure that you know that exactly, and that you know that within your offer, coming back to your offer again, that within your offer you have pieces in there that can solve that problem, right? Yeah, Robert, who is watching here, said, I had a sales call today and I already know I did not ask enough questions. Yeah, exactly. Because the more questions that you ask, the more ammunition that you have to actually come up with a solution for them. And even, I mean, you have your whole pitch, you have your whole offer. But I also sometimes made the mistake just to go through the whole offer, while they might just need a little bit of your offer. And that's enough to get them on board, right? So again, go back to the foundations. Don't make it complicated. So those are the three levels you have to pull, meaning improve your offer. Make sure that you have the right kind of bonuses in there, the right kind of guarantees in there. that people, if they see it and you talk about it, that they will have no doubt that this is something for them. You remove the risk for them and they get on board, right? Now, to get people to see that offer, you have to reach out to people again, right? So get into the DMs of people and start having conversations. Ask them to get on a call. Don't create long-winded conversations, right? Again, in those DMs, you ask some specific questions that could relate to their problem, or you ask them directly, like, what would be your biggest challenge? Simple as that. And then you get them on the phone. You really offer to help them figure out what a potential solution could be. And then once you're on the call, ask more questions. It's really that simple. And there are, of course, more techniques to it to really close the sale then. But do these three things more every single day, and I assure you, within 30 days, you will see opportunities falling out of the sky like it's magic. But it's not. It's just fundamentals. It's just doing the same thing every single day. And yeah, it's boring, but that's what we signed up for. Having a business can be boring, but it's only by doing the boring stuff that we gain uh, more, like we improve our business by doing that, right? It's just the same as going to a gym, right? If we want to have um, more muscles, what do we need to do? We need to work out. And every time we need to do the same exercises and a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more weight. It's the same thing with business. I mean, even if you have a couple of sales already, it's not the time to ditch the fundamentals, the boring stuff. No, you have to keep doing it until you have found that these boring stuff creates a predictable way to generate sales. Once you are sure that these kind of actions generate the sales predictably, then I would say then we can go into Facebook ads and stuff, right? Especially in the beginning. Now you can fast track some of these things through Facebook ads or through lead magnets and stuff like that. And by all means, we have to do those things. But what I'm talking about here is fundamental, every day, the same actions that create an impact, that create opportunities, right? So if you're working on a lead magnet or if you're working on your website for a couple of days and you didn't reach out to people, right? And this is the core thing: reach out to people every day, create conversation. If you didn't do that for a couple of days, what do you think will happen uh, after those couple of days that you didn't reach out to people, right? Even if you have created a beautiful website or a lead magnet, there's nobody at that time that you can point to because you didn't create conversations. And a sales process can take a couple of days, can take a couple of weeks, even for specific people, right? So if you're not following up with people, you're losing time. You're wasting time, and you need to follow up with people. And everybody that says, yeah, but every single day, yeah, but we are going to be bugging people. They're going to hate us for following up with them. Well, unless they say no to you, unless they say, leave me alone, you keep following up because people are busy. You are busy. I'm busy. So people forget that you have sent them a message yesterday. So if you want them to reply, then send a message again today or the next day, right? So these are the things I really, really encourage you to do. Look at the fundamentals, create a good offer, reach out to people, get them on the phone, ask the right kind of questions, and close the sales, right? That's what you need to do. There is much more to it than just that, of course, and we can go much deeper in how to create offers, which we will do. But I think you get the point that I'm trying to make here, right? So yeah, that was what I wanted to share in this episode, just me. So go to titanology.world. That's our website, right? You can find every information right there. We have the Titan Hustler Academy, which you can sign up for each and every month. We allow only five people in there, so we can provide the best value as we can, because it's like a small group coaching that we do in there. It's a combination between group and one-on-one coaching with the right kind of guidance. And these basic principles are definitely in there, but we go much deeper into each of these pieces and much, much more. And we just onboarded another Titan Master. Amber is joining us as mindset coach. So we got a lot of value to share within our academy. But yeah, just join our community, join Titanology. Would be happy to see you there and talk about your business journey and how it's going. You can find us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. The podcast is available on Spotify, everywhere. We do it through Anchor, so it's distributed everywhere, pretty sure. So you can find us there as well. And if you have some more questions, let me know. Let me know what you think about this content. Let me know if you have something to say, like, share, comment, whatever. I appreciate every one of you that are viewing, listening, whatever. Thank you a lot, Titans. Keep thriving, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.